Hey guys, Adam Williams here with Rebel CRE. I want to chat with you today on another video I did. I mentioned the barbell effect and had some people asking for me to expound on that a little bit. What is the barbell effect? What does it mean specifically as it relates to retail and restaurants, and how can people kind of think about that? So barbell effect, as I mentioned in this other video, is the thinning out of the middle, or I guess you're thinning out of the middle, and the growth on each extreme. So this can be construed in a few different ways. It can be pricing. So you've got the very low end, call it Dollar General, Walmart. You got the very high end, think Gucci, Saint Laurent, things like that. And then you have a lot of things in the middle. So back in the day, everything was in the middle. You had Sears, JCPenney, these dinosaurs called department stores. They're still around. They still have their place, but obviously nowhere near as influential as they used to be. Everybody just wanted pretty good stuff, pretty good pricing, right? But that doesn't seem to work very much anymore. So how can you think about this for restaurants, for example, right? You've got the really low end, think McDonald's, Wendy's, fast food. You've got the really high end, think high-end sushi, high-end Mediterranean, high-end fill in the blank. And then you have the people in the middle that would be your old school Chili's, Applebee's, just, okay food, kind of a cheap price, but you can still spend, $30 a person there if you want. And those guys, the casual dining segment has taken a pretty good hit. Now, some people are staying relevant, but we all know these people like O'Charlie's and all these people that have just not made it. So a couple things that you want to think about. If you want to attack the low end, how can you offer an attractive, viable price point, but still differentiate yourself in a specific way, right? So think Chick-fil-A, right? It's similar-ish pricing to McDonald's, maybe a little bit higher end, but they've somehow figured out a way to take that fast food experience and make it feel, luxury is maybe a strong word, but higher end, or kind of up the value chain from some of the other fast food competitors. And you can think about this in the retail capacity as well, right? You used to have these just old school department stores. Now you have really cool boutiques that you go in if you're really passionate about that product. Or you have Amazon, Walmart, massive scale, massive choice, but a very mechanical, kind of methodical, not very attractive buying experience. For Tecovas is a great example. I listened to a podcast the other day with the founder. It was a very, very good podcast. And he recognized a little spot in the market where nobody else was doing really high-end, Western-style boots. So he eventually, once he could get his business off the ground, created this beautiful storefront, this beautiful sitting experience where you can come in and get your boots polished for free. You can come in and get a bourbon for free. None of the people were on commission, so you can go in and just kind of make friends and hang out and not worry about somebody pushing you into a sale. So he was taking somebody that like a Lebo's where you're just going to go in and get a pair of boots, and he figured out how to turn hospitality and weave it into that story, and that's how they've become one of the fastest growing brands in their segment. Would love to hear you guys come up with some other examples of people that are doing that, different markets that you're seeing this barbell effect come into play. Reach out to me, Adam at rebelcre.com. Find me on the socials, and thanks to you guys for watching.